guys, story time about how I caught my cousin watching. So this was when I was like super duper young, okay? I think I was like 7 years old, and we used to live like in PA, okay? And we had gone to my cousin's house to eat dinner because they had invited us to. And my cousin was in his like teenage year, okay? He was like 13, 14, like, you know what I'm talking about? He was like freshly in the stage where like he just hated the whole world. So we go over there to eat dinner, like we're all eating dinner, and his mom is like yelling at him to come eat dinner, you know? And he will not get out of his room, yo. And I'm like, just come out and eat, bro. So I finish eating, you know, and she's like, he's not gonna come out of his room, like, do you want to take the dinner to him? And I was like, yes, because, you know, I'm like, so I take the dinner to him, okay, and as I'm walking down the hallway, this kid wasn't even trying to be, like, secret about it. He had it on full blast, yo. You could hear the sounds down the hallway. Like, what, like, at least, like, put headphones on or something. But I'm walking, right, and I'm hearing these noises, and I'm like, what the frick? And the way he was watching it was, like, he was watching on a laptop, too. And the way he was laying on his bed was, like, he was, like, okay, wait. He was, like, laying on his bed like this, and the laptop screen was, like, facing the door, okay? Keep in mind, it's a big-ass laptop screen. I open his bedroom door, and I'm like, Dada, like, I got your food. His room is pitch black. Blinds are closed, like, it looks like a cave in there. And I open the door, and all I see is straight cheeks clapping, yo. I was like, but, like, obviously I didn't know at the time. And he closed it so fast. He was like, what are you doing? Get out of my room. Get out of my room. And I was like, I got you food. And he was like, get out of my room. And I was like, why does it smell like that? And he was like, get out. And I was like, dang, okay. So I gave him the food, and then I leave. And he shuts the door behind, right? And I go over to my aunt, and she's like, what is he doing? And I promise, like, I didn't even try to be a snitch, okay? Like, I don't know how she got that. I was like, oh, he's watching something. And her face, like, it dropped. And she starts sprinting to the room. And, like, she, boom, like, bangs open the door. And, like, a few minutes later, I hear them yelling, okay? And, like, I'm like, peeking through the corner. And they're, like, fighting for the laptop. They're like this. They're like, you know? And he's like, no. He's like, no. And she's like, give it to me. She's like, hit him. I felt so bad because, like, I was like, did I cause this? And this is the worst. Oh my god. This is the worst part, okay? I look so clapped. This is the worst part, okay? Since he had just, like, closed his laptop and didn't, like, go out of any of the tabs, my aunt goes to open the... Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. My aunt goes to open the laptop, and as soon as she opens it, it starts playing again. Like, it starts playing again. Full blast. She's seeing, like, buns and cheeks and everything. And then she was, oh my gosh, she was so mad, you guys. Then she called, like, my cousin's dad in there, and, like, they closed the door, and, like, I don't know, they were in there for a good while, okay? After they probably were beating him, honestly. But after they got done beating him, they came back to the table, and, like, they were talking to my parents about it. And I went to go check on my cousin, because obviously I felt so bad, because I didn't know, like, he was, you know, watching. I thought he was just, like, watching a movie. And I felt bad because I was like, oh, like, I think I, like, got him in trouble. So I go to his room and I go to check on him, and he's, like, bawling his eyes out. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, is it my fault? Like, I'm sorry. He was like, get out. And I was like, damn, okay. That's why your parents beat you. But yeah, like,